Hey eBay sellers, it's Suzanne A. Wells, and thanks for coming back for another episode. This video is a Money Making Monday video. I know how much you guys love those, so you can see what others are selling that you could possibly find in your area and resell also. If you're not familiar with this type of video, this information is coming from my Facebook group, Stay at Home Moms Selling on eBay, but anybody can join. This group was formed back in 2008, so we just aren't able to change the name. We surpassed 28,000 members this week, so that is just a huge milestone that we have built this community up to this level. And really, our group is the most professionally run as far as respectfulness, positivity, and keeping it all to business, no drama. So if you're not a member, come on over and join us, and you can help post your finds on this thread every week. Normally, this thread gets about 200 comments a week, and today is Wednesday, January 10th. We are going to be looking at January 8th sales. So pretty current stuff. So I'm just going to randomly go through here and pick out some things. The way this works is members will post what they sold, where they found it, how much it cost, and how long it took to sell if they can remember that. And then they post a link to the actual listing so you can go see it and look at all the details. Was it auction? Was it fixed price? Was it free shipping? What did they have in the title? What keywords did they have in the description? All that kind of good stuff to help you learn what to sell by looking at the successes of other people. So this is like the total opposite of a lot of stuff on the internet where this is the proof of what has sold so that you can learn. Okay, so let's get into it after that very long 2-minute introduction. Let's try to find some unusual things that aren't posted every week. And really, what I do is I like to focus on things that are findable. These are not rare items that nobody's ever going to come across. These are things that you might actually be able to find because obviously other people did. So we're going to start with Annette. She bought this at a church garage sale for 25 cents in November 2017, listed it, and it sold yesterday for $50. So this took her about 6 weeks to sell. And let's pay attention to this because this sold on January 7th, and it's a Christmas item. So all you folks out there that have this Christmas stuff left over, and should I relist it, and should I, list stuff I'm finding now? Absolutely yes, you should. Things will sell. Christmas stuff sells all year long. If you're not a believer, list it and find out, and you'll become a believer, and you can come over to the dark side with all the rest of us that list everything all year long. So this is a Jim Shore Disney Christmas Minnie and Mickey old-fashioned sleigh ride. It looks like it's made of, looks like it's wood. Let's see. Oh, it's by Enesco. That is a brand of collectibles that, when you flip it over and look at the bottom, it should have a little gold tag that says Enesco. And I will add that to my list right now of topics to make videos about, because some of you may not know about Enesco. They've been around a long time, and they make all kinds of decorative collectibles, ceramic, porcelain, all kinds of stuff. So that is definitely a name to learn. This is stone resin, so it's not wood, it's resin. And let's see what she did here. It was a fixed price. It looks like, did she say she took an offer? Doesn't say if it was on sale or if it was an offer, but it sold for $50.14 plus $12.95 shipping. And she paid 25 cents. So talk about a profit margin. This is why you want to list those collectibles and Christmas items all year Look at the money she picked up just having this item listed, even though Christmas was over a couple of weeks ago. So good job, Annette. That is the perfect example of why we do eBay. Okay, let's move on here. This is something interesting. Dana bought this at Goodwill for $2, looked up comps, knew older men's and women's underwear was valuable, but surprised about the market for older kids' underwear. Sold in about 6 weeks after a lot of views for $20 plus shipping. And it's a pack of vintage Hanes cotton briefs. This is the kind of stuff that you're going to see in the little baskets on top of the racks at Goodwill, or the bin. I call them the junk in the back. The stuff that's just all mixed together. So it says 1987. It's probably got it on there somewhere. She obviously knows it's on the package somewhere. I'm just not seeing it. And just a package of 3 pairs of underwear. Who knew, right? And those were $2 and they sold for $20 plus shipping. Okay, let's move along here. Okay, this is a great one. Jerry, our electric blanket died. Instead of tossing the whole thing, I listed the controller. It sold in under 24 hours for $19.95 plus shipping. So you may have something that somebody needs, and this wasn't even the whole blanket. This was the power cord. So obviously, excuse me, somebody's out there. They have this electric blanket. Their cord's not working, or it's broken, or the dog chewed it up, or whatever happened to it. They can go on eBay and buy a replacement cord for their electric blanket. And here he's got in his pictures where he's got it turned on, so showing that it works. Now, I will say a note about electric blankets. The older ones, I would say 90s and older, they heat up better. I've sold vintage electric blankets before, and people love them because they get hotter than the ones they make now. Now we've got all the safety precautions because I think it came about because people who are immobile, or invalid, or can't move, can't get out of bed on their own. There was safety concerns that the blankets would get too hot and it could burn people, and maybe that actually did happen. I'm not sure. Somebody probably remembers this better than me. But ever since maybe it was the late 80s, I'm not sure exactly when, but like heating pads and electric blankets, they just don't get as hot as they used to. And I had an electric blanket growing up, even though I lived in Georgia. My bedroom was in like the basement, like the finished basement. So it was always colder down there. And I actually chose to live down there because I was one of 4 kids and I wanted my own room, and I was willing to live in the finished basement, which was not a bad place at all. It was just colder. So I always had an electric blanket, and I remember that thing used to get so warm. So it was just great. I was never cold. But then, as an adult, shopping for electric blankets, they just don't get as hot. And it's just because there's some safety concerns. So just to let you know that if you're out there and you see vintage electric blankets, obviously it's legal to sell them because we're a secondary market, so that's okay. But manufacturers can't sell them directly to, the manufacturers who are selling them directly to consumers have to follow the safety guidelines. So anyway, keep your eye out for electric blankets as well as these controllers, because Jerry was smart enough to put that up on eBay and list it and sold it in under 24 hours. So just another reminder that you've got stuff all over your house that could sell. You just don't realize it. I talk to so many of you new guys out there, new people, and you just don't realize the gold mine you have in your house because you don't know what people will pay for. So you really do have to look up everything if you're going through your house and downsizing, like if you're a baby boomer, you're getting ready to retire, you're getting ready to downsize and move to a smaller house, or move to the beach, or move to your dream house, whatever you're doing, don't throw anything away. Look it up on eBay first. Make sure it's not worth something. Okay, so let's move on. Let's see what we can look at here. Boy, Jerry was busy this week. Here's another one. Purchased at the local church thrift store for $3. Took 4 days to sell at $49.99 plus shipping. Let's take a look at what this is. Ralph Lauren polo, blue denim, men's large pony shirt. Okay, so it's new with tag, and it's got the classic polo pony logo on the front. And what size? It's a large size. So this is a perfect flip. I mean, he paid $3 and sold it in 4 days for $50. So those church sales are great. They also just want to turn stuff over. They get so much stuff donated. Oh, this is a church thrift store, but same thing. They just get so many donations, and their objective is to move the stuff out and get what they can. They don't hold on to stuff for a long time. They don't tend to overprice because that's just not their forte. It's not running a store, it's raising money for the church. So you can often find some great deals. So here's Jerry again with two more, $3 each for Joseph A. Bank dress shirts, and they sold for $49.98. So he did well at that thrift store. Okay, so let's go on to Erica. She's not familiar with this brand, so looked it up at the store. Got on Christmas clearance at thrift store with 3 others, different styles. This one was $3.50. Sold in a couple of days for full price. Let's see what this is. We Crafts Accents Unlimited, the more the merrier, ready to paint kit. So it looks just like a ceramic kit where it has the paints inside and you just paint it. So that's fun. And it sold for $39.99, and she got it for how much? $3.50. And it sold on January 5th. So again, Christmas item sold in January. So if you are on the fence about should I list my Christmas items, yes. If you even start a sentence with should I list, the answer is yes. If you have it and you're looking at it and you're contemplating it, yes, list it. Just there is no season on eBay. Stuff sells all the time. So don't even ask that question. Just list it. Okay, here's another one from Erica, the same brand, $3.50, sold to the same buyer. So this person was looking for some crafts to do. And this is also a Christmas theme item that's sold on January 5th. So we've got snowmen with their little hats and their Christmas flair. So this is what makes a great seller, is having faith in the system, knowing the stuff's going to sell even though it's the off season. And yeah, it's hard to believe, but once you start doing it, you will be a believer and you will come over to the dark side with the rest of us. Here is Connie. She's always a great contributor. I found this at a rummage sale for $2, and it sold for $37.99 with free shipping. So let's see what it is. Wedding cake topper, large bells, lace, bridal ribbon, romantic. So it's a wedding cake topper, and she sold it for $37.99. $37 for this thing that goes on top of a cake. And she got it for $2. So great margin on that. Perfect. And lightweight to ship, so she put free shipping on it. Okay, Ricky. Her daughter found this jacket she bought for $5. Oh, she found this in a jacket she bought for $5 at a thrift store. I listed it for her. Took best offer for $210. Sold within 5 minutes of listing. I mistakenly put free shipping. Well, I don't think that hurts you too much because this is a piece of jewelry and didn't probably cost that much to ship. This is a 24-inch 14 karat gold necklace, 9.8 grams, double open link, SMC, Italy. So nice looking linked gold bracelet, no, wait, necklace, sorry. And she shows it on the scale, so that's how much it weighs. This was like a bonus gift, so look in those pockets. Daughter found it in a jacket she bought for $5. Well, what I want to know is who got the money. Or did y'all split it, Ricky? Anyway, I would love to know what y'all have found in pockets of clothes because normally I find like old airline tickets, yucky Kleenexes, candy wrappers. One time I found a pocket knife. But the best thing I ever found was in a book. When I was doing the book business, I found two nice, crisp $50 bills. Because when I got home, I always flip through the books, make sure there's nothing stuck in there that's gross, like, just old ticket stubs and stuff like that. But yeah, apparently somebody had given the book to someone else for a birthday or as a gift or whatever and stuck money in it. And the person never read it, so they never found the money because the book was brand new. So, yay me. But if y'all have ever found anything fun like that in your items, put a comment below because thrift stores miss stuff. They can't check everything. And sometimes there's pockets they don't see, like the inside pockets on blazers and jackets and stuff. So you never know what kind of little gems you might find hiding in there. And this is a $200 example of a little bonus gift that you might find. Okay, let's see what else we've got. Luann's got a bunch of vintage electronics here. So let me give a shout out to her because I keep passing over them because I know nothing about electronics and I just don't sell them because that's totally not interesting to me. So anybody around me that is in these thrift stores, you can have all the electronics and all the pants because I'm not doing that. She says, don't pass up vintage electronics if you can buy them cheaply. Paid $5 at a church sale and this sold for $84.99 plus $20 shipping. Took 1 week to sell. Let's see what this is. It's a Magnavox DVD VCR combo 4-head VHS VCR recorder. Yes, people still use these. I actually sold mine a few years ago when I was getting ready to move out of my big house. Got $75 for it, and we hadn't used it in years. So, yeah, not even anything in the description there. Bunch of pictures of it. Apparently she's tested it and it works, so she bought this for $5 and sold it for $84.99. So if you are into electronics and you like that kind of thing, there is a lot of money to be made in that niche. And I'm just all about you got to like what you're doing, and maybe it's because that comes with age, but all our lives we do what we have to do to make money. And we do what we have to do to pay the bills, to keep food on the table, to keep shoes on the kids' feet, all that kind of stuff. And then finally you get to a point where you can do what you want to do. So trust me, I have sold enough stuff that I didn't want to sell that it was not fun just to get the money. And you can do anything for money for a period of time, but after a while I want a joyful business. I want to really love what I'm doing every day. So, and everybody should. So you should sell stuff that you like. There's no one best niche to be in. I mean, it's like there's no one best exercise. It's the one you're going to do and the one that you enjoy. So if you're new to this and you're trying to figure out, which direction should I go? What should I sell? Really start with what you like and what you know, because that's what you're going to stick with. Um, and and the money comes, I think the money comes better if you enjoy what you're doing, because you're putting your heart and soul into it, and it becomes a labor of love where you just truly enjoy it, and it doesn't seem like work anymore. So that's my speech about loving your job for today. Okay, Caitlin bought at the bins for 99 cents for all, sold within 10 minutes of listing. Oh, I love these. This is great. And it is Canon Pixma 211 extra large. Oh, and this is the kind of ink I use for my printer. And this is not cheap. These are about 30 bucks a piece new because it's the color ones. So she sold these for $79.99 with free shipping, and she paid 99 cents for the set. So that is a huge flip. Oh, I love that. And this is the kind of stuff that is, in the junk in the back, or she said she got it at the bins. So, yeah, this was great. I love those kind of sales. Here's Caitlin again. She paid $2.97 at Goodwill, took best offer of $42 after 5 days. And it's Lego Friends set of 3. Let's see what this is. Oh, it's just some different, it's a Lego Friends, that's the name of the line. And so it's got all the pieces and the instructions and the paperwork and all that stuff that comes in it. So she bought this for $2.97 and sold for $42.99. Looks like, did you take a best offer? $42. Looks like she took an offer on that. So she was having a good week. And let's see what else we have here. Boy, Caitlin's just all over the place there. Let me just kind of go down here. Oh, Tammy. Hey, Tammy. Tammy's my friend in Ohio. Got to meet Tammy at one of my lunch and learns. And I have to tell you, Tammy, that soap you gave me was great. Tammy gave me this beautiful, it's like handmade goat milk soap. I'm still on the first bar. It just lasts forever and it smells so good. And it's just, I love that kind of stuff. So thank you so much. I'm really enjoying that. You gave that to me in the 1st of November, and we're in almost the middle of January, and it's probably only half gone. And yes, I do take a shower every day, but it just seems to last a long time. So I'm really enjoying that. So Tammy, this was part of a lot from an auction that cost $5. It was listed for a couple of months and sold for $42 plus shipping. Vintage Burlington basket, Hawkeye woven wicker. So it's a basket. It's a picnic basket. And here it is. Oh, that's cute. That's really cute. I can see that somebody just using that as a decorative piece, because that's really cute. If you're listening on a podcast, it's a picnic basket, but it's some of the weaving is green and some is brown, so it's a really cute pattern on it. And so she got that for part of a lot that was $5, and it sold for $42. Tammy's always selling great stuff. Go check out her store, and you can do that when you go into the Money Making Mondays and click on the items, and you can go look at the person's store and see what else they sell and look through their sales on their feedback page and see what kind of stuff they've sold. And I don't call that internet stalking. I call that research, because you're learning. Stalking is when you're spying on people and annoying them and all that kind of stuff. So it's research, it's not stalking. Okay, Lisa inherited a few thousand pieces of little girls' and bigger girls' clothing, all free. A small portion are new with tags, the smaller are vintage. The little girl is in her mid-20s now. And this is some of what's sold. So she is showing us vintage Nanette girl's dress with bloomers. Happy birthday balloons. Oh, that is so cute. See, that's the kind of stuff I would pick up. just because it's fun. Sold for $24.99 and it was free to her. That's great, Lisa. And that is so cute. Um, Here's another one from Lisa with the, let's go to the dress. Oh, look at all these dresses that she sold from that lot. Let's go to this one here. Vintage Boutique Baby Togs 24-month blue eyelet dress. Okay, that is so cute. That sold for $11.99. And someone's gonna, oh, I bet somebody's gonna take their baby's picture in that. That's so pretty. So, yeah, that's fun. I would totally have picked that up, but you got it free, so that's even better. Okay, let's move on down here and see what else we've got. Tammy was very busy this week. Lots of sales. And here's Lisa again. Let's see what this is. Thank you to the person who said whisk detergent was discontinued. Being the couponer I am, I had over 30 bottles sitting in my basement. I sold 5 lots of assorted of these so far and 11 more to go. Ah, that's great. So she already had this. So for those of you that don't know, whisk has been discontinued. So here she's got 2 bottles of whisk detergent high efficiency. So this is obviously a special kind. And she got it with her coupons, so I don't know if it was free to her, but probably pretty close. And she's sold 5 lots so far. So that is fantastic. Okay, so Diana was the one that said, that was me. Glad I could help someone out. I always get great tips on this thread, so it makes my day to know I helped you. Fantastic. Thank you for sharing that, Diana. Good job. That's what this is all about, a community where we're helping each other out. Okay, let's see. Oh, here's a good one. Leah bought this at Goodwill for $2.99 and it sold for $63 in a few days. What is it? Baby face doll, so funny, Natalie Green eyes, vintage original clothing. I don't know what this is. This doll looks like it's about to jump out of the computer and get us. So yeah, she's quite animated. Big green eyes. And this sold for $63. Let's see if there's a picture of the tag anywhere. Oh, she's got, it says baby face on her behind. Wow, I'm going to remember that face if I ever see that sticking out of the plush bin. You can't forget that. It looks like, maybe related to Chucky. Chucky, that haunted doll. Anyway, I'm not making fun of your doll. I've just never seen this one before, and her face is kind of a little animated. It was $2.99 and it sold for $63. That is wow. You just never know what you're leaving behind in these thrift stores. I tell you, I learn new stuff on this thread every single week. Okay, let's see. Here's another one that Leah got in the toy section and bought at Goodwill for $1.99. Got lowball offer in a few minutes. Declined it and sold a few hours later for asking price of $39. And this is Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head Toy Story pieces. So we've got the potato heads and then we've got all the accessory pieces. And she sold that for basically $40 plus shipping, and it cost her $2. And another member says, Aubrey says, I have this and my kids don't play with it, so I guess it's time to sell it, right? Okay, let's pick a few more and then we will wrap this one up for today. Find something that's a little bit out of the ordinary. Let's see. Oh, here's Madison. Madison has good stories about where she finds stuff, so let's see what this is. A Potential buyer messaged me about combining shipping on 5 ceramic Starbucks cups I had listed. I was testing out several different boxes to see which was the cheapest and didn't tape the bottom of the box. My mom didn't know the bottom wasn't taped. When she picked the box up off the scale, they fell and shattered everywhere. When we were sweeping them up, she reminded me to check the comps on just the lids. Although I lost the sale of 5 cups overnight, I sold 3 of the lids for $9.99 plus $4 shipping each. I learned that there is definitely a market for Starbucks lids, and always tape the bottom of the box. Wow, that's maybe you were supposed to figure that out. Maybe that's why this happened, is so that you could learn about the lids. So here she's got just the lid. New Starbucks mug replacement plastic lid for travel mug, double wall black twist. So I see these things all the time at the thrift store, and the mug might not be so great, but now we know, since Madison went through this little crisis here, that the lids can sell for 10 bucks plus $4 shipping. So there's another thing you can sell, just like the electric blanket controller. May not be the whole item, but just the parts of it. And then her mom's on here saying, "You're welcome." That's funny. I was thinking that Madison might have still been selling stuff from her grandma's closet. That was in a few videos ago. And Madison, you should start a store called Grandma's Closet, because you're finding some good stuff in there. Oh, here's a good one. Heather, hand painted place settings for 4 by Gail Pittman. That's a new one for me. I haven't heard of that. Paid $3 at auction, listed for over a year at $249 with best offer, sold for offer of $100 plus shipping. So these were $3, and she took an offer of $100. And let's see what this looks like, so we'll all know what Gail Pittman is. So this is hand painted. It looks like it's hand painted. And there we have, let me get to the right picture here. There we have her signature on the bottom, Gail Pittman. It looks like, what is that? I can't think of the brand. My sister had something like this that was kind of a Southwestern theme. So that's a new one. Thanks for sharing that. I did not know about that one. All right, we're going to pick a couple more just because I love doing this. Okay, Diana. And let me tell you about Diana. She is one of our great repeat customers for my virtual listing service. If you're not aware, I have a service where you send us your pictures and we list your items on your account so that you can focus on shopping and finding great items to sell. Some people say they don't want to do this because you can do it just as fast yourself. That may be very true, but where we help people is if you have a backlog of inventory, you're working full time and trying to get an eBay business going so that you can leave your job, or you're going to retire soon and you want to have it set up so you can transition into it easily. Or maybe you're a caregiver, either for a parent or a spouse or a child, and you just don't have the kind of time you used to have, or your time is just maxed out and you need a partner in this business to help you grow it. That is what we're doing with the eBay assistant business. So I'll put the link to this below the video if you want to find out more. But all of my listers are experienced sellers. We are native English speakers, so there's no language problem. They know how to research, they know how to price, they know eBay rules, and they are your partner in this business, helping you get items listed. So this link will take you to a form that you can fill out. Just give us a little bit of information about your business so we can see if it's a good fit for our service, and we'll get you started on that. And the cost is $2 per item, and it is so worth it. So Diana's been with us for several months, and we just love her. she sells all kind of cool stuff. So anyway, here's one of her items. Paid 99 cents at Salvation Army, sold for $19.99 after about 3 months. And this is a CD labeling system. Looks like it's new in the package. Yes, it is. So this is the kind of thing that's the junk in the back where you just, it's all mixed in. Like we have a row at our Goodwill, since we don't have the bins, it's just like all random office supplies, party supplies, office type junk, and that's where you're going to find these great new in the box things. Okay, and then here's Diana again, and she says here paid $2 on sale day at Goodwill, had her virtual assistant, the awesome Melanie Wells, list and sold for full asking price of $29.99 plus shipping after 1 month. There are no seasons to sell on eBay. So here she's got, this is a sleeveless dress. It's linen, so it's technically you would think it's a summer dress, but it's sold just recently in the winter. So another example of, if you have it, list it, because anything can sell anytime. The only things that can't sell are the ones that aren't listed. And then here's one more from Diana. Whoops. Paid $2 on sale day at Goodwill, had my VA list and sold for best offer of $20 plus shipping after 3 weeks. And this is a J. Crew denim jean shirt. And see the great title we've got here, Pearl Snap Long Sleeve Western. And this was $2 and sold for $29.99. So, and I did misspeak on a couple of videos ago when I said that we had listed 3,000 items in December for our clients. It was actually for the entire fourth quarter. So still, I feel like those are 3,000 items that probably wouldn't have been listed without our service, because these folks had, backlogs of items, or they just like the shopping better than the listing. If that's you and you just would rather get out there and find those great items, get them home, take pictures of them, and turn the rest over to us, then our service is a perfect fit for you, because it was designed for people who love thrifting, who love eBay, and they want a partner in this business to do the part of it they don't really like, which is sitting at the computer. Not everybody is cut out to sit at the computer all day. I know that for a fact. And, I even get tired of it. I love the internet. It's a great toy, but it's, there's just people I know that absolutely will not do it, but they love to do eBay. So that's where we can help you out. So anyway, congratulations to everybody who sold stuff, and thank you so much for posting on this thread. Would love your comments below. Get back out there, get shopping, get listing, and have a productive and profitable day on eBay. Bye.